turnovers offensively?
Just really wasn't getting into a rhythm. That's pass and run game included. We got to find ways to get off to a fast start, and I don't think we've done that the last few last few games. So, at the end of the day, it's a win. It's an ugly one. We'll take it. But there's a lot of things that we got to learn from and get better at.
What'd you get checked out just now?
Just some pictures.
Shoulder? Or?
Yeah.
Then when you hit your head, could you feel it a little bit before they called you off for the first half there?
Yeah, that was a little bit of pain there, but we'll be all right.
Throwing shoulder or other shoulder?
Throwing.
Anything additional from that?
No.
You buy into the theory at all that Daboll knows you so well that maybe that was part of the struggle. He knows what to take away from you, maybe? I don't know.
Absolutely. It's essentially the same offense. It's something that they see for a month and a half in training camp. So they played a really good game defensively, and let's throw records out the door. It's the National Football League. Those guys get paid to play as well, and they did a good job today. And we made one more play than they did on defense. I can't thank our defense enough for helping us out there, but we can't put our defense in those types of situations, game in, game out. We got to be better.
What'd you see out of the touchdown to Morris?
Just rolling out a little bit. I saw that he kind of turned upfield. I saw safety's back towards me. Knew that I could put the ball where he can catch it, and he made a heck of a play.
When you let the ball go on a play like that and you see the window closing, I'm talking about the moment from leaving your hand to he catches it. Do you have a moment of, uh-oh?
No. No, I'm throwing it because I think it's going to get there, and it's more surprise if it doesn't, But yeah, just trusting what I see, trusting the guys around me, and like I said, he made a heck of a play.
What switched in the second half? I think the only incompletion was the one to Dawson at the end, but why were you guys so much more effective?
I couldn't tell you exactly. We ran the ball really well in the second half, and I think it opened up some things. But until I watched the film, I wouldn't have a clear-cut answer for you. Just getting into a better rhythm in that second half and being smarter with the football. But again, we got to find a way to establish that early in the game and feed off of that.
You guys have been trying to get Hardy involved on some of those backfield passes early in the season, but how rewarding was it to see that finally break through tonight?
Great. He's been working his tail off. He's a guy that doesn't complain. He works extremely hard in practice. He's made some really big plays for us in the last couple games that have helped us out quite a bit. So, as the year goes on, we got to find more ways to utilize him and his talent. But yeah, he made a heck of a play tonight and got in the end zone, and that was a big score for us after a 17-play drive. And you got to finish in the end zone, and we did there.
Josh, that third down throw that he wrote up, you shook your head a little bit. What went wrong?
Yeah, I just missed him. Dorsey's putting the ball in my hands there, and they've got one timeout. So if you're throwing the ball, it better be completed. And just came out the hand a little softer than I wanted to, and missed him.
Did that have anything to do with your throwing shoulder that got you done?
Nah, I played the entire second half, and I didn't know that was my only incompletion, but it didn't affect the other ones.
Did you get hurt? When did you get the shoulder hurt? How early in the game?
I believe it was second quarter.
Was that the play when you went into the tent? Was that the same play?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it was the play before.
But just for clarification, because I think was there a concussion spotter involved with that, or was it just
they spotted me up top, and they wanted to check me out. The next play, the previous play is the one where I felt I hurt myself a little bit. So,
how do you feel about the offense right now from an overall standpoint?
Again, I don't want to make mountains out of molehills here. We've been an extremely efficient offense. We've scored a lot of points. Obviously, the last two games we haven't gotten off to a hot start. And we got to figure out why that is and how to get ourselves in a funk, or get ourselves out of a funk early on and get ourselves into a good rhythm early on. So, we'll take it one game at a time, 1 week at a time, and just try to continue to get better throughout the week.
Different are those conversations when you're trying to figure out things after a win compared to last week after a loss?
Yeah, again, we gotta have a sense of urgency and get to the bottom of it. And we're a much better team than what we showed tonight and what we showed last week. We're a much better offense than that, and we know that. So we got to go out there. We got to prove it. But again, it starts with practice and figuring out how to get our guys in good situations to help this football team win football games. So again, we'll watch the film. We'll get better from it, and we'll be better going forward.
Stephon had 11 of your first 16 targets, I think. Do you feel there's any need to spread the ball around a little bit more?
I mean, we're throwing it to the open guy, and he does a good job of getting open and making plays with the ball in his hands. And when you have a receiver as talented as him, and he's your first read in a lot of concepts, and he's open, you can't really pass him up. So we do have to utilize other guys, though, and I do think that we're a better team when we are able to spread the ball around. We're able to get everybody involved, and it's kind of dictated throughout each week the flow of the game based on how they're playing us. And sometimes it's going to be like that. There's going to be a game where he doesn't get as many targets as we want him to as well. So as long as we're moving the ball and scoring points, all that'll take care of itself. But we gotta take care of that too.
Everything you went through last year at the end of the season, the ambulance coming out on the field, can you just, from a team standpoint, seeing your teammate down like that, your brother, can you just explain what's going on with you guys and what's going through your head?
Yeah, you never want to see that. That's the ugly part of the game, and he's been so great. Damian coming here, and I know he's only been here for a few months, obviously, at this training camp, but the juice that he brings and the tough nose running that he brings to this offense, you can't really replace it, and I'm hoping he's all right. I haven't gotten an update yet. I did see him moving, so that's obviously that's a positive sign. But praying for him and his family, and hopefully we can get an update on him soon. I'm not quite sure what's going on.